Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Dee about to react to this vid by Chick Smooth. It's titled Charlamagne Fired from the Breakfast Club. Damn. Fired after all these years? iHeart contract renewal allegedly not offered. Oh, what are they gonna do now? I feel like he makes the show, no? Let's see what's going on. Let's watch.
Oh man, you guys. Is this the end of the road for Charlemagne and the Breakfast Club? With all the major shakeups happening all around media, we just saw Ebro and Rosenberg lose their morning show at Hot 97. We're also seeing tons of podcasts call it quits this year. Is this the change that everybody has been talking about and alluding to? Now, if you guys don't know, back in 2020, Charlemagne renewed his contract with iHeartMedia for 5 years. Not only did Charlemagne extend his contract for the Breakfast Club, but he also partnered with iHeart to launch his podcast network, the Black Effect Network. Now, 5 years later, credit to Charlemagne, the network is actually doing very well. They've managed to sign a lot of top urban podcasts like 85 South Show with DC Young Fly. They also signed all the Smoke podcasts, Poor Minds podcast, The Read podcast.
Good to know they're still doing well.
Big Facts podcast, and a host of other podcasts. Now, back in 2020, Charlemagne addressed the reason why he resigned with iHeart and also the reason why he partnered with iHeart for the network.
Over the past 7 years, the Breakfast Club, we've become partners with iHeart because we are nationally syndicated, and I've enjoyed the partnership with iHeart, but life is all about constant evolution and constant change. The Breakfast Club has been inducted into the Radio Hall of Fame. Dropping a clue bomb for us, damn it. We're in the hall already. As my man Humble the Poet said, this feels both too early and right on time, but it is what it is. We have solidified our place in the culture. Okay, and we continue to move culture forward in various ways. But it's time to evolve, more like time to expand. So I started thinking to myself, what's better than a show that moves culture? OnlyFans! Man, shut up! Okay.
Really want to see something.
That's what Breakfast Club does. We move culture, but it's one show. But with this one show, we're able to give multiple voices a platform. But for the last couple of years, I kept thinking, what if there was a network where a lot of my favorite black voices could be heard? That would be something, right? Not just one show that moves culture, but a network. Well, after a year and some change of plotting and planning and working and negotiating, I am proud to announce a further partnership with iHeartMedia to launch what I am calling the Black Effect Podcast Network. Drop on the clues bonds to that, damn it. Podcasts are the future of this audio business. I listen to podcasts more than radio nowadays, but they still go hand in hand. So because of this platform, all right, I'm able to partner with iHeart and create what is positioned to be the world's largest podcast publisher dedicated to black listeners, curated by me. All right, Leonard McKelvey, Charlemagne the God. Now, the Black Effect Podcast Network will reflect a lot of my various interests, okay, from social justice to politics to mental health and mindfulness, comedy, sports, whatever my talented partners choose to discuss, okay? Now, this fall, we are launching, in this business. Oh, it's just know in this business, you don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate, okay? Thank you, iHeartRadio, for being my partners. Let's continue to move culture forward. Black Effect Podcast Network launching this fall.
Well, 5 years later, the contract is up with iHeart, and the question everybody wants to know, will Charlemagne resign with iHeart? Is he going to extend his contract for the Breakfast Club, but take the podcast network somewhere else? Especially right now, seeing the boom in podcasting, and you guys already know who I'm talking about, Netflix. If you got a top podcast, these guys are giving out major bags for it. So imagine somebody like Netflix signing a major podcast network like Black Effect Network and having the rights to all these top black podcasts on their network. Now, of course, you also have other players like Spotify, NPR. Of course, you have Gimlet Media and also Podcast One. So Charlemagne definitely has options, and he knows it. 2 months ago, Charlemagne did an interview where he was asked about his contract with iHeart. Drake fans and Charlemagne haters are now resurfacing this interview, celebrating and thinking that Charlemagne's run with the Breakfast Club is over. Especially now that we're 2 weeks out from the end of the year and still no word from Charlemagne about his contract with iHeart.
So as you mentioned, Charlemagne, it was 2020 when you started it, and I believe it was a 5-year deal. So your renewal is coming up with iHeart. Do you plan to renew?
You know what's so interesting about 2020? That it was COVID, right? And so being that it was COVID, like everybody that I reached out to said yes to the Black Effect Podcast Network. And that's why we were able to launch with 20 plus, 20 plus different podcasts. But that's crazy you knew that.
I was gonna say, how do you don't know this because when the press release.
Well, he don't seem happy, and he's like, yeah, that was during COVID. They was cool giving out that 5-year contract. Now, not so much. That's
Says it was a 5-year deal, and the press release came out December 2020.
Yeah.
And we're almost there. Guys, Karen can read.
Karen can read.
That's amazing. You learned anything today? So I don't think you answered my question.
Yeah. We call that the weave. You know, I learned.
The bob and weave.
Saw Donald Trump say that on Flagrant, the weave.
So we don't.
He does not look happy. It doesn't seem like, oh, he has exciting news. He just can't say it yet. He looks disappointed. Like, look at his face.
Can you answer the question?
Can you repeat the question?
The question is, your deal with iHeart expires at the end of this year. Are you going to renew with iHeart?
Why not?
I don't like to talk business.
What?
It's not the place to talk business.
Yeah.
This is
We're having a lot of fun. We have a lot of time to decide that. So we'll let you know December 31st at
You'll know.
11:59 p.m.
See,
Good answer.
what you guys are kind of alluding, though, is that you're talking around. Like, your options
I'm
are...
not alluding to nothing.
Okay.
I said I'm weaving.
Now you're doing the Dougie.
There are options outside of iHeart. It seems to be what we're hearing.
Now, everybody relax.
kinda awkward.
Do we really think Charlemagne is not going to renew with iHeart? The man has been with iHeart for damn near 20 years. They've got a great partnership. Yes, he probably knows he could go somewhere else and get way more money than he's currently being paid right now. But I think Charlemagne likes being with iHeart. He likes working with the people there. Obviously, for them to partner with him on his podcast network, that means Charlemagne has the green light and unlimited budget for anything he wants. That's what makes it so difficult for me to see Charlemagne leaving iHeart for anywhere else. At this point in Charlemagne's career, I don't think money has an influence in anything he does. Right now, Charlemagne knows he's getting older, and for him, it's all about legacy. And let's keep it real. This is Charlemagne we're talking about here. The man loves the drama. The man loves the suspense. He knows the longer he waits to announce his contract renewal, everybody's going to be talking about it. It's going to be a big spectacle. Y'all remember last year when these guys were trying to sign Jess Hilarious and they had a whole promo run for Jess Hilarious after people kept wondering, yo, is she going to sign with the Breakfast Club or not?
First, I want to talk about this Breakfast Club rollout that you guys did. How you feeling?
Oh, I feel good.
Yeah. Do you like just, because you don't get to toy with the media, you don't get to toy with
I do it all the time.
but not like this. This was like,
This is the first time I ever told people I told them talking with them.
oh, you're saying all the other times you've enjoyed, but this was like beautiful.
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. I mean, the hardest part about stuff like this is just getting everybody else to be patient. I was just like, well, we haven't acknowledged just announcing it, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We haven't acknowledged it, so why not continue to play stupid?
He ain't fired from nothing. Get up out of here. But, maybe they won't renew his contract. Maybe he wants more, out of the deal, and maybe they're not willing to, just because his response there was a bit telling. Like, I don't know. He didn't seem excited about it. He seemed kind of annoyed and like, I don't know, whatever. I don't want to talk about business, So I don't really know. But I do know that the Breakfast Club without him is not going to be the Breakfast Club anymore. Like, it's not going to hit the same. So if they do get rid of him, it's like, who are they going to have replace him? I don't know. But we will see. He is a big voice in podcasts and media and whatnot. So, I definitely feel like this will shake up the industry to some degree. I'm starting to get more into watching podcasts more and more. So, yeah, maybe I will check them out. But if he leaves, then probably not. I don't know. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think, though, and I'll see y'all the next one. Bye.